It was the most jank thing I've ever seen.
But hey, that hole was definitely covered. I locked in hard the other day, though. The other night, I was like, it's about drive, it's about power.
Sorry, I wanted to make a quesadilla in there because I saw it on TikTok and it in fact burned it.
Yes. And the red ball comes and hits me in the head. Hey, my name is Mia.
And my name is Emily.
And this is Almost Adults. So guys, we have some pretty sad news,
but happy news.
But happy news. This is going to be our last episode of the podcast.
For the season.
For this season, yeah. Maybe we'll come back for next season, hopefully.
We are hopeful. So we're going to say it here, but if we don't come back by next semester, you just know we decided to not.
But it probably will be different next semester.
It'll be more laid back.
Yeah.
Chill. Probably just us yapping.
Probably about topics we want to yap about.
Yeah, something that happened that week and we're like, we're going to talk about this. Or we're just going to debrief.
Yes. That'd be funny if we started just, okay, I have something to tell you, but I'm going to wait to get your reaction on the podcast.
We could.
That'd
Therapy sessions.
Yeah.
Be like, it's just a whole debrief, therapy, whatever you want, I guess.
Mm-hmm. And it's also almost summer. We've got 1 week left of school. Not even a school, technically, just a week of finals.
No, classes are over. Today is technically called Dead Day.
Because we don't have class.
Yeah, and so the next week we have finals.
I have a final on Monday and then a final on Friday.
See, I have a final on Thursday at 12:30. And it's literally over one chapter that we went over last week.
It's like your test?
Yes.
I like it when professors do that, when they make your final just the last quiz.
See, we went over that chapter yesterday, though, in Kahoot, and me and my partner, Christian, had no idea what it was about.
Yeah.
So, will I have to study? Absolutely. Will I study on Wednesday? Yes. Because I'm probably not going to get up in time to study Thursday morning. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Like, not to, like, actually lock in and, like, really obtain anything.
No,
but that's okay.
I'm feeling confident about both of my finals, but the one on Monday, I'm really nervous about because I have to know 55 prominent individuals. And I obviously made a Quizlet of all 55 of these people, and I did a matching test last night.
Yeah.
And I confidently knew 22 of them. Confidently.
Hey, 22 is better than none.
And then
I wouldn't know any of them.
And then I'm like, well, I know this name. I know that there's something important. But I couldn't remember if it was like, are you important for Jonesboro or are you important for the U.S.?
Well, maybe if you study them hard and like just keep looking at them, like during the test, you'll be like, I remember like that was that one.
No, I've been trying to come up with little things like that. And Tim Cook is the CEO of Apple. I'm like, because you want to cook apples.
Right.
Guess what? It worked. I was like, Tim Cook, Apple, yes.
I did not know that.
Yeah. There's some crazy names out there.
Well, it's because, like, there was the creators, and I think of the creators.
Yeah.
But not the owners anymore, and that's kind of sad.
Yeah. Like, for Walt Disney Company, I'm like, oh, it's literally Walt Disney.
Yeah.
His name is Bob Iger or something.
Bro's in a freezer.
From what I hear, yes.
Bro is in a freezer.
From what I hear.
Being preserved.
Anyway, like Emily said, we're going to be talking about some of our favorite moments from the semester. We have a list.
Not just this semester, but the whole year.
But the whole year, actually. Cause
some are from this semester, though.
Because this has been a very long, yet short year.
It's been crazy.
Yes, a lot has happened, but we also can't remember any
No,
of it.
I was like, I fear I blocked a lot of it out because there were some things that happened this semester that I just don't want to remember. And so, I just blocked it all out. And so when me and Mia were talking about, what we wanted our last episode to be about, we're like, well, why don't we just do like a little recap? Like, it'll be fun to yap about, like, it'll be funny for us because, like, just talking through the good the good times, because we're about to not see each other for like 3 months, and that's kind of depressing.
Yeah, that's really depressing, actually.
It is really depressing. So we were kind of like making a list of things, and we just sat there for a little bit, and we're like, we went to class, we're in our room.
We did a podcast.
We ate Chick-fil-A.
We ate lots of Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, we went to church. That's all.
Yeah, literally. If you can't ever find us, we're definitely in our dorm.
That's so true. And where's another place you could find us?
The media building.
True. Right here.
Because you're always here.
I am.
And I'm here.
I'm always here.
I'm here less than you, but I'm also at work.
Yeah.
You can find me at City Youth.
I'm either in my dorm, the media building, or my boyfriend's dorm.
Yes.
Those are the 3 places I'm
either in the dorm, at work, and then I do study in the...
I was going to say, you study in the lounge here.
Yeah, I do. I do that a lot, because it's just nice. Like, they never turn the lights on in there, because there's so many windows, so it's just nice, and no one's ever in there.
See, I study better just in the dorm.
I don't. If I'm in the dorm, I've told you this before, I can just dilly-dally.
Nope. I can lock in. I'm ready.
I locked in hard the other day, though. The other night, I was like, it's about drive, it's about power.
You did.
That was me.
You did. I locked in at 8 a.m. on a Tuesday morning.
Oh, I'll never lock in at an 8 a.m.
I don't know how I did. I just woke up, like, so energized, and I was like, all right, let's get cooking.
Couldn't be me. But it's almost over. We only have a week.
It's over. Almost.
And then some of us are taking summer classes.
You have one.
It's just physical science lab and physical science. So it's fine. It'll be easy. And
you'll do fine.
It's online. It's fine.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
It'll probably be pretty easy.
Yeah. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and start talking about some of our favorite moments from the semester and the year. So the first thing that we hadn't even started making the list yet. So, okay. Funny story. A Panda Express just opened in Jonesboro. Right?
Praise God.
Like a week ago, I think, is when we realized it was open. And it was late. And we were like, oh my gosh, you saw an ad.
Yeah, so it was like, I think it was 10 o'clock.
It was.
Because I just got done in the studio, like, working on
No, it wasn't even 10 because we got there at 10:03.
Okay, yeah. So we left the studio probably about, like, 9:30-ish.
Mm-hmm.
And we went in bed, like, we both, like, laid in bed, and we were just wiped from the day. And I was scrolling on Facebook, and I saw a Panda Express, like, ad or whatever, and it was, like, Jonesboro, we're ready for you, or whatever. And me and Mia have been, like, looking every day to see, like, when the Panda Express is going to open.
We talk about Panda Express probably at least once a week.
Yes, but they've never posted anything, like, about it opening.
The only thing that it had said was from Jonesboro right now, and it was like, October 2024. And we're like, hey, that's not helpful.
Literally. So I saw this, and I checked the comments, and they were like, so does this mean that it's actually open? And they're like, yeah, see you there. I sat up in bed, told Mia, we ran out of the dorm.
Yes.
Got there at 10:03.
10:03, and they had closed the drive-thru.
And they don't close at 10:30.
They close at 10:30. Yeah. And so we were like, bro, I bet because the drive-thru, obviously, it just opened. So, like there was...
that day.
Yes. So there was a line of cars in the drive-thru, but they had closed it already, and there were, like, workers waiting at the door. And we were both so sad because we've been we're like, campus needs to get a Panda, like,
Literally.
Jonesboro needs to get a Panda, and then oh my gosh, so exciting. So we're on our way, we're driving back, right? And I'm like, this is giving the time when we decided we wanted pancakes, so we went to Walmart and we bought a griddle.
Yeah, that's something that it ended up pretty well, though. But
yes,
it
was just hilarious.
Yeah, that's another time that I sat up in bed. So it was a Saturday, and it was probably like noon. Me and Mia slept in really late, and it was just one of those lazy Saturdays. And I was craving some pancakes, so I sat up in bed, and I was like, bro, I'm craving pancakes. And she's like, me too.
I'm always down for
pancakes. I love pancakes. And then I was like, why don't we just buy a griddle? And Mia was like, okay. So
we kind of sat there, and we looked at each other, and we were like, are we really fixing to go buy a griddle? And then we got up, and we got ready, and we went to Walmart, and we bought a griddle, a spatula, a whisk, pancake mix, like mixing bowls, chocolate chips, syrup, and we made pancakes
in our tiny box of a room.
Because, hey guys, don't get us in trouble, but we're actually not supposed to have a griddle.
You're not supposed to have a lot of things that we have in there.
Like, we have a toaster as well. We're actually on our second toaster because Emily broke the first one.
Sorry, I wanted to make a quesadilla in there because I saw it on TikTok, and it in fact burned it.
Yes. But no, so we plug in the griddle, right? And we're making our pancakes, and then we're almost done. Like, I have, like, the last 3 pancakes on the griddle, and the power goes out. I'm like, oh my gosh, did we throw a breaker? Because my first, like, 2 weeks at school when I was a freshman, I threw the breaker because I plugged the microwave into a power strip and then started the microwave. And so I threw the breaker in mine and my freshman roommate's room. And I was like, oh my gosh, Emily, did we, like, throw the breaker because we're not supposed to have this?
Yeah, so we were freaking out. We're like, we can't obviously have, like, the RAs seeing this, like, all the stuff that we had. So while I'm running through, like, the hallways trying to find the breaker box.
Yes, and I'm cleaning up so fast. I'm, like, opening the window, feeding my arms to get the pancake smell out of our room.
Like, Mia's trying to clean. I'm trying to find the breaker box to see if I can, like, get in there and, like, fix it.
Because in U-Haul, it was just, our breaker box was just right across from my room, and I just flipped the breaker and it was fine. Yeah,
but see, we couldn't find the breaker box. And so then we're just, like, cleaning, and then we were like, well, we have to eat the pancakes. So we ate the pancakes in our hot room with no power.
Yes. And then I'm like, I've got to call. So I called the RA on duty for our room. I'm like, hey, I, like, plugged my straightener in, and then the power went out. So I don't know if we, like, threw a breaker. And mind you, the hallway lights were still on.
Yeah.
And our bathroom light worked, didn't it? Or did it?
Mm-mm. No.
Okay.
Nothing worked.
But the hallway lights were on, which is like, okay, I've thrown this breaker, like it's our room. And the RA who was on duty, number one, clearly does not like her job.
It was a Saturday.
Yeah, she was like, well, the power's off in all the LLC, so I don't think you threw a breaker because it's off everywhere. I'm like, oh, okay, thank you so much. I was just wanting to make sure. She's like, oh, okay, thank you.
Like, we were just trying to make sure, but it turns out it was not our fault at all.
Yeah.
It was just the school's fault.
Yeah, but that was a crazy time.
That definitely was. We have a lot of interesting memories in our dorm.
Yeah, it's because it's so small. You have to make the most of what you got.
Yeah, because all we have is, like, I mean, I don't even know. How big would you even say it is?
I don't know.
We got a window.
We do. We have one little bitty window.
But it stays open a lot because it gets hot in our room.
Yeah, especially in the winter.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh.
We love to sleep in the cold.
Freezing cold.
Yes.
And they have the heat on in our dorm because, like, it controls everyone's.
Yeah, we can't control our own air conditioning in our room. Yeah. We don't have a thermostat.
So the window is more than likely open during,
it's our best friend.
December. It just is.
And, like, basically when it starts to get cold, our window's open.
Yeah, that's true.
And it stays open. Like, we don't close it even at night.
No, because it just feels so good. Because usually, also, when the window's open, me and Nathan will usually go out there. And there was one time that we went out there and started throwing stuff through the window.
Because y'all took the screen out.
Was that Nathan or Dane that did that?
I
thought it was Dane.
I think you wanted to take the screen out because Nathan was, like, down. He was outside.
Oh, yeah, and Dane took it out for me.
Yes, because you couldn't get it. And I'm like, guys, what the heck are you doing? Because my bed is right beside the window. Like, you have to get on my bed to, like, be in the window.
Yeah, so Dane took it out. And then we have, like, a little, like, bouncy ball thing that we were just throwing back and forth. And then I went down there, and then Nathan took my shoes and started throwing my shoes up there.
Yes. On my bed. And then all of a sudden,
I was barefoot outside.
All 3 of y'all are down there and you're throwing stuff. And y'all are like, Mia, come down here. I'm like, no. And then I go get my shoes on and the red ball comes and hits me in the head.
That was...
Like, what the heck?
Okay, we just threw it. We didn't even see you. And you just hear, ow. We're like, oops.
Yeah, because it hit me.
We were like, oh, we just hit her. She may not be coming down anymore.
I was like, you guys, this is crazy.
It was so fun, though. We've done that a few times, though. And then that one time we thought we broke the window. Remember, like, we were trying to get the, like, screen out, and it was, like, bending really bad?
Oh, yeah.
And then we were like, it's broken. We can't put that out. It wasn't broken, though. It was just, like, caught on something, I think. Maybe it was broken.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
It's not broken right now.
I think we left it because it was just, like, we didn't want to do anything to it.
Yeah. And then, something else. You house sat. When was that? Was that in, like, October? November?
It was like September, I think. September into October.
So long ago.
Yeah, I house sat for this family for 2.5 weeks. And basically, so they have 2 labs, and they are so sweet. So sweet.
They just want to play.
Yes, they want to play. Like, that's just labs. Like, they're super energetic. And so the family that I was house sitting for told me, they're like, hey, if you want to stay here, you can. But, like, also, I know you don't have to, like, you're going to be at school. And so, like, the first day, I was like, I'm not going to stay there. I'm just going to go check on.
The first couple of days you didn't
stay.
stay.
I was like, I'm just going to go check on the dogs and everything, like, every once in a while. Well, at the time, too, my car was dead.
Yes.
Because I had a recall on my Bronco, and it kept dying. And so that was fun. So I didn't have a car. And it was, like, the 3rd day or so. I was going to go check on the dogs, and it was pouring down rain.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I'll just wait and check on them later. Well, I got
And it was a Monday.
Yeah, it was a Monday. I got a call from the wife of the family, and they were like, hey, we just got a text from our neighbor that one of the dogs got out, and she has her now, but, like, can you go get her? And I was like, how did this dog get out?
And Emily doesn't have a car, and Nathan's in class. And I think when you got the text, I was in class.
Yes, you were, and I was panicking. I was about to start walking to their house.
Bro, and you texted me. I was like, just wait. I'm literally get out of class in like 20 minutes. Just wait, and I'll take you.
It was so bad. It was so bad.
And we get there.
Pouring down rain still.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm, like, praying that the other dog is still there. The other dog was still there. The other dog, oh my gosh, precious. Rue, I love you. Nita was the one that was out. And I was, like, searching the fence and everything to see if she broke it.
Because number one, this fence is not the strongest or newest looking
it's
fence.
already
It's, like,
old.
leaning to the side. And so.
Yeah, and so I'm looking because I knew that the dog was already safe. So I was looking before I let her back in the fence and everything. And there was just nothing. There's only one spot that it looked like she possibly could have, like, went under and,
Maybe.
like, dug.
Yeah. Because these dogs have done that before. They dig out.
That's what she warned me that they would do that. I didn't think they'd actually do it, but they did. And so I went and got the dog, brought her back, and then me and Mia had to fix the fence.
Because it looked like a whole post was gone, but it wasn't like a regular 2x4. It was like a skinny post.
But once again, we had to fix a fence.
Yes, so we're trying.
And it's pouring down rain.
Some screws and a screwdriver. Not a screwdriver, a drill.
And we're just trying to find a piece of wood.
Yes.
Like, I asked them, and they're like, just find whatever you can find and just patch it. Bro, when I tell you, it was the most jank thing I've ever seen.
But hey, that hole was definitely covered.
It was covered.
And then, so we did it, and then Nathan came by after.
Nathan came back and fixed it a little bit better.
Hey, I'm just a girl. I work with what I got.
Bro, it was bad. Well, we put it on the front. He went in, like, behind the fence and, like, pushed it.
Yeah, because there was, like, a bunch of thorns, and I'm not going back there in my outfit.
He did. I didn't think it was that bad. Like, he was like, are you sure? Like, is this clear? And I was like, oh, yeah, it's clear.
Wrong.
He was, like, covered in, like, the berry stains of things, too.
I remember that.
He was so mad at me. It's like,
okay.
I was like, I didn't know. He was like, Emily, you were literally here. And I'm like, I wasn't paying attention.
I'm not going around behind the fence for fun, Nathan.
I was like, I'm not paying attention. I was so worried about the dog at the time. But other than that, like, house sitting was really fun after that.
It was so much fun.
Because after that, I was like, I'm not leaving these dogs.
Yeah.
Not happening. So I stayed at the house, and then Mia stayed with me every night when she could.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so basically, we all just hung out at the house.
Because, again, we're college students that live in a tiny box of a room. And we had a living room and a couch.
So we had space, and it was really nice.
And a huge TV.
Mm-hmm.
It was so nice.
And we actually had a kitchen.
Yes. And another kind of funny story. We decided one night, because obviously, that they're all... Whoa. They don't have, like, a bunch of food, because number one, why would they buy food for a bunch of college students? But number two, they don't eat, like...
They're health nuts.
Yes. That's a good way to describe it. But, so anyway, we were like, we should cook, like, one day while we're here. Mm-hmm. And mind you, we didn't have a griddle yet, I don't think. Or did we?
Yeah, we did.
We did? Okay.
We did.
But we were like, let's make grilled cheeses. Because we could, like, get a loaf of bread at the store, at the quad store, and bunch of other stuff.
It was stuff we didn't have to pay for. Like, we already had.
I think we had to go buy a couple of things at Walmart.
I think we had to buy some extra cheese because we wanted, like, a different cheese.
Yes. But anyway, I'm over there. And, we also got tomato soup.
That's right, because I love tomato soup with my grilled cheese.
So anyway, I'm in there making the grilled cheeses, and obviously it takes a minute for the first one to cook because the pan's heating up. So I'm making it, and I like mine not burnt, but almost burnt. Like, I know some people just like theirs like golden. No, I want there to be like some brown on my grilled cheese. And so I'm over there making them, and once they're all done, I made like a whole loaf of grilled cheeses because there's 4 of us.
And 2 of them were boys that eat a lot.
Yes. So I made this entire loaf of bread into grilled cheeses. And Nathan is eating them, right? And he's like, or maybe I'm still making them. I don't remember. It was so long ago. But he was like, how are you doing that? And it's like, the bread is not burnt, but the cheese is melted and warm on the inside. And I'm like, what? And then here, you tell the rest because you remember, he asked you and you explained.
Yeah, because he was like, how? And I was like, what do you mean how? Like, she just cooked them. And he goes, well, every time I make mine, it's always like, my bread is black, but my cheese is cold.
And I'm like, Nathan, you are clearly cooking it too hot.
Oh, yeah, we were like, how are you cooking it? And he's like, well, I turned it all the way up. And we're like, that's your problem.
Oh, no.
Well, then, so Mia walked him through how to make one. And now he makes them all the time.
Yes, on the griddle.
And he loves it because I'll be hungry and he'll be hungry. And so he's like, I'll make it because he's like, I know how to cook something.
Because they're just so simple. And it's just so that you talk about that. And number one, I had forgotten it until you brought it back up. But that is so funny to me. Like, maybe it's because I had little sisters and I had to like cook for them in the summer.
That, but his mom never taught him. I mean, it's different for boys, I feel like, too, because like they're just not.
Yeah.
It's not the idea to teach them
Bella,
how to cook.
I remember Bella, my sister. She was not super old, but old enough to know how to make herself like a regular like peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And I remember she pitched a fit. She was like, I don't know how to make it. And Mom was like, Bella, it is a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. You can make it yourself. And she did. She made it herself because she knew how. She just didn't want to.
Well, when it was me and my 2 older siblings by ourselves when we were younger, my sister would always make ramen. Like, that's all she did for us, which I hate ramen now because we had it literally every day in the summer, and I was like, I can't eat it anymore. Like, it's just gross. But she didn't really cook for us that much. Every once in a while, I think she'd make, like, a grilled cheese or something. But we were also very capable of making our own food. It was just she was older, and we're like, Kirsten, cook for us now. And she would do it, so.
And then we've clearly talked about this before on the podcast, but Dancing with the Stars was a big part of our year this year.
It was like every Tuesday night?
Because we would watch it after church on Wednesdays.
Okay, so it's Thursday nights.
No, because I thought we watched it on Wednesdays. So it would come out on Tuesdays.
Okay, so we watched it on Wednesdays is what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't remember what day it was. Yeah, that like consumed us completely.
Because you've watched it before.
I love it so much.
And I had been... Episode 1 was out, and episode 2 was coming on when we were house sitting. And you turned it on because you were like, I've been seeing it so much on TikTok. And I was like, well, hold on, I'll watch it with you. And then I was hooked from then on. So then you and I would watch it when it came out. And then Nathan
was just there.
Yes.
And so he started watching it.
And started actually paying attention.
Yeah. He says he doesn't like it, but bro literally was consumed by it.
And he talks about his favorite dancers, too.
He does. He has a whole conversation with us about it.
Yes. He's like, well, I like these people.
He even, like, mentioned it the other day. He's like, guys, Dancing with the Stars is next semester.
Bro.
And then Dane also joined us to watch it, which I think Dane was just there to watch, you know, like, I don't think he was really that into it.
I think he got into it at the end, though.
He did, but, like, Nathan, obviously, like, I think he just wanted something to talk to me about that I really liked, too, so he would, like, make sure he watched it, but he really liked it, I think.
Because this season was also super big on, like, TikTok and, like...
Oh, yeah, they marketed themselves great.
And it was just such a good cast, but... I'm so excited for next season. I need them to release the rest of the celebrities.
It's only one guy right now.
What's his name? Robert Irwin?
Yeah, it's Robert.
Okay. Yeah. Who do you think he should be with?
Oh, man. I don't know. I've seen a lot of things about Riley.
Yes, I have too. And I think they'd be really good, but I just don't know.
They want to, I know they talked about, because he's probably going to be like pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
They want to give him to Brittany because Brittany normally gets like the older guys.
Mm-hmm.
And so like they want to give her someone that like she might possibly win
I've
with.
heard that they give her and Emma the older guys because they plan a lot of the tour. So they have to have time to like plan the tour, and if they're in it for super long,
That's so
then
fair.
they don't have as much time to plan. I'm like, if that's true, that makes a lot of sense.
It's fair, but also they want to win,
Yeah.
you know. But like I understand, they probably need to switch who like plans it though too, just so it's not like the same people.
And
I don't know.
I think, what's her name? The one that had Milo Manheim.
Whitney. Whitney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she'd be fun with him.
Whitney's really good. I like her. She had him and she had Danny this year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
She did really good with
Who
Danny.
else would you want to be on Dancing with the Stars?
I've seen tons of things about Jason Kelsey, and I think that'd be so fun.
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw another person I cannot remember for the life of me. Of course, everyone is wanting Ross Lynch to come on the show.
That would be awesome.
Well, because his brother Riker was on the
Yeah.
show at one point.
Yeah.
And so Ross was on the show for one episode when Riker was on it because it was trio night. And so they like picked a third person to like dance with them, and he danced with them.
I think they need to get Julie Andrews on there. I think that'd be really funny. You're making a face.
I don't think she'd last.
Well, obviously, but you gotta have someone.
You have to have someone iconic on there, I guess.
She is iconic.
Bro, if Betty White was alive.
That would be hilarious.
That would have been the best
that
thing
would have been
ever.
super funny.
Oh my gosh. I'm trying to think of just like old people that are like iconic. Morgan Freeman.
That would be really funny.
That'd
be really funny.
Samuel Lee Jackson, I think, would be really funny.
I think that would be really good.
I think he would do it.
I think he would too.
Let's get some Star Wars people on there.
Like who?
Well, Samuel Lee Jackson's on Star Wars.
Yeah.
But
what are you calling him?
is it Lee or is it L?
It's L.
I thought
Samuel L. Jackson.
I thought he had Lee in his name.
I've never heard of Samuel Lee Jackson personally.
My bad. I just see L and I think Lee. Anyway, that's just a take I have. Sorry. Samuel L. Jackson. Who else?
I'm blanking on celebrities' names at the moment.
Hayden Christensen.
Yes, please. I love him so much.
Dylan O'Brien.
Oh my gosh, I would love to see Dylan O'Brien on there.
If they got him on there, I feel like he's almost too popular because I get like some people that are just not like super popular on there, but they're like kind of popular. Because I feel like most people, like the most popular one this year, I really feel like was Alona.
Yes.
Just because of the Olympics.
Yeah.
And Steven.
Yeah.
But and Joey. But I didn't even really know who Joey was until he was on the show.
Yeah, I know who Joey was.
I don't keep up with The Bachelor, so I didn't know.
I don't keep up with it either, but I just knew he was the winner.
Yeah. And then something we did a lot when we were watching Dancing with the Stars is we played Blockus.
Oh my gosh. That was such an era for us.
Bro, we still play Blockus.
We still do. I haven't played it in a while, but you and Nathan played a lot.
Me and Nathan do it a lot. But like, we used to play Blockus
every
all
night.
the time. It's the greatest game just for us four to play.
Yes.
You don't have to think much.
No.
You just play. And we just sit on the floor. And that was a whole era.
Because Nathan had bought it, right? Or did you
I
buy
bought it.
You bought it because you had played it with him and like his brother, right?
Yeah.
And you were like, yeah, it's this game. And at first I was like, what the heck is this? I've never heard of this ever in my life. But I was really big on, oh my gosh, what is that game? Blockus. No, not Blockus.
We're talking about Blockus now.
I forget what that game is called. Anyway, it was really big for a second.
That we're playing?
No, that you play on your phone.
Heyday?
No, Block Blast.
Oh.
I was really big into Block Blast for a second last semester. I'm like, oh my gosh, real life Block Blast? Let's play. And then we just started playing it every day.
No, yeah, because I've never heard of the game. And then Nathan and his brother always have game nights. And so I got invited. And so I got to play Blockus because Nathan loves that game. It's like one of his favorites. And I was like, this game is actually not bad. And then he's been really wanting one. And so I found one on sale at Target. And I had a gift card. And I was like, I'll just buy it. And we'll just play it. You know, it may not be a huge hit for the whole group. But, for Nathan, he likes it. And it was a huge hit. And we played it literally every night for a month or two. almost.
Yes.
Like, it was crazy.
And we even brought it to the tornado shelter.
We brought it to...
We
Yeah,
even
we did.
played it while there was a tornado
A few
like
weeks-
20 minutes away.
Yeah, a few weeks ago, we had some pretty bad tornadoes, and so we brought that in Mexican Train.
We tried to play Mexican Train, but
The floor
the
was
floor
so
was
gross.
so nasty.
The floor was so gross. So we just had to, like, set the game on, like,
And we
a
played
chair.
it like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, because we had to just sit there for a while just to make sure everything was clear, because a bunch of stuff kept popping up around us.
Yeah. Because we were in the Union for a while before we went in the storm shelter, too.
Yeah. That was fun times.
But, yeah.
That was definitely something. We had literally, like, tornado thing, like, warnings, whatever, for 2 weeks straight.
Yes. And I love a good thunderstorm. I love a good rainstorm. But I hate tornadoes. I know no one likes tornadoes, but, like, I get scared. No, thank you.
Yeah, no, Mia was not all there those 2 weeks.
No.
Bro was not okay.
No.
I don't care about storms.
I do. I'm scared.
Now, if it's, like, I hear it and, like, I know it's coming, okay, I'm a little freaked out.
No, I don't even want it to be 20 minutes away from me. No, thank you.
Yeah, that's why I didn't tell you how close it was.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't do that.
Because I was watching it on the radar, and I was like, oh, no.
She told me, she was like, yeah, it's in Cave City. I'm like, okay, I don't know where
It was
Cave
Lake City.
Lake City.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where Lake City is. It's like 20 minutes away from Jonesboro.
Not even that.
So, she didn't tell me that until
And
after. I was
it,
like, oh!
it, like, took out Lake City.
Yes.
Like, everything. It was really sad. But that was a whole experience a few weeks ago for us. And then something I actually mentioned earlier about my car is my car has had so many problems with
Yes.
recalls.
Yours and Nathan's both have been
Oh my
so many
gosh, we
problems.
have such bad luck. But, like, I think the whole last semester, my car just sat in the parking lot dead.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, Nathan would have to drive me everywhere. And then this semester, Nathan's car went kaboom.
Yes.
Literally, like, we were in the car, he was driving, it was pouring down rain once again, and you just hear this boom. It was
Bro.
like, I'm not even kidding. And he pulled over, and sure enough, his car just died. Done. And his engine blew. Some other bad things happened that I can't explain because I don't know cars, but he tried to tell me, and I don't know what anything means. But about $14,000 later,
Oh my gosh.
his
that's
car's
crazy.
back. So I've been the chauffeur, and my car actually this week, so we've had this recall for like a few months, but Ford sent it to us and was like, hey, you have this problem with your like computer and everything, and your car could die just on you while you're driving.
Oh, awesome.
But we don't have a part for it yet.
Oh, perfect. Love that.
So last week we finally got the note that, hey, we have it back. Well, I was driving a few days ago, and a thing popped up that like, hey, park brake fault line, service required. And Nathan looked it up, and it was like, oh, this means your brakes aren't like recharging like they should, and your brakes can just go out.
Oh, fun. So fun.
So I had to take my car to the shop. It was Tuesday. I had to take it Tuesday.
Yeah.
It's Friday. But, yeah, so I had 2 recalls, and apparently something spilled. I guess I spilled a drink or something I didn't know, or something on my parking brake thing, and it went through it and broke it.
Oh my god, you didn't tell me that.
That's what they said, that something spilled and it broke it. I have not just flat out spilled a drink.
Yeah.
Because Kirsten was like, that's got to be a lot of liquid.
Yeah.
That's what, I don't think they explained that right, because I was like, there's no way.
Yeah.
That doesn't even make sense. But anyway, my car is actually running right now in a full tank of gas, so
There we go.
woohoo!
But we're so excited for summer. I'm gonna be on the media team at Camp Siloam. Emily is
TBD, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, TBD. I was about to say TBA, and I was like, that ain't right. To be determined.
What do you hope you're gonna be doing this summer?
I'm going to be interning somewhere. I'm either going to be interning at Camp Aldersgate again, or I'm going to be at Arkansas Children's or the Clinton Presidential Center. Woohoo! I don't know yet. I'll probably end up being at camp, let's be real. But I've had tons of interviews, but like being able to go through the process of everything has been really good and just like helping me learn. But we'll see. I'll be doing something, making money. Something. I'll be in Little Rock this summer.
Yeah.
Living with my sister. Woohoo. Woohoo.
But Okay, guys, well, that about wraps up for our last episode.
Boo-hoo.
Kind of excited, kind of sad. I'm so ready to be home
I'm
for the
done.
summer. I'm only going to be home for like a weekend at my camp, though, so.
Yeah, I'm living with my sister, so I'll be home probably on the weekends to go on the boat. But that's about it.
But, okay, guys, we're going to miss you so much.
We love
until
you.
August.
Yes. Mwah.
Okay, guys, well, same time,
Same place, same Batman channel.
next August, hopefully.
Hopefully, probably maybe September.
Probably more like September.
So maybe September, because we'll be like, in the heat of everything, and then be
Yeah.
like, okay, it's time to chill out, and we can just go to the K-Lab and
Yeah. Well,
Bye.